Talk Nerdy Me presents Comicast number 86.
Sponsored by Kaboom!
Test Labs.
And
Twin Sons.
Comics and Gaming.
Oh my.
Oh, well, hosted by Pablo Gunner.
And the Ambassador.
Yes, and we are here at Casa de Gunner, if you can't tell from the Galactus. I got that right. But I wasn't wrong. If you saw the last one, we do have Thanos in here. That's why I got confused. I'm going to move the screen. It's going to be jarring. Be prepared. Here it comes, and I'll show you the Thanos. Yes, all that. There you go.
Yep, hardcore
nothing,
villains of Marvel Universe.
Exactly. So, this week we are here to talk about our B-Bow, our panel, our spread, our cover of the week of, June 19th, right? June 19th. B-Bow, by the way, stands for back and bag, people, okay? We here at Talk Nerd to Me, we have our system, which is buy, skim, and pass. Now, we have variations for that. You'll find out the variations if you listen to the audio podcast. Now, if you're just watching the video that's on YouTube, well, sorry, folks. This is all you get, okay? Let me move that screen down a little more, okay? Just a little. That way you get a little, that's where they get ladies. They get a little test of the chesties, huh? You know what I mean? And then I'm repping my Superman right here. I'm repping my Superman, even though it is the Superboy. It is the Superboy. But hey, it's still,
Yeah.
I like the side characters a lot better because I have a chip on my shoulder. But anyways, like I said, that's what we're covering this week. Let's get to it, Jbemms.
All right.
Starting with the panel of the week. So, what is your panel of the week?
My panel of the week is in Cable and the X-Force. And it's this really cool panel where basically Rogue touches Colossus and takes Colossus's power, and she's all looking metallic. It's really sweet looking. And this is one of the few books where the new Rogue looks awesome, the new Rogue costume.
Yeah, I mean, there was a good while where I was not liking her new costume. I thought it was really, really bad. For some reason, it reminded me of, why are you turning Rogue into, Hillary Clinton looking? You know what I mean? Her dress. Not necessarily like how she looks, body-wise and face-wise, obviously. But, the way she dresses, I was like, why does she look like a Martha Stewart, Hillary Clinton-looking hag? You know what I mean? Dressing like that. But if it's done by a good artist, looks prime, looks good. It looks like it's, newer, older, yet still attractive. You know what I mean? So, okay, cool. We're at my panel of the week, which I just threw it to you because I completely spaced out on what mine was, if you didn't notice. That's why. So mine is from Ultimate Comics All New Spider-Man, issue number 24. And it is when Gwen slaps Miles. And I mean, it's just... look at that. Look at that. You know what I mean? It's the slap, first of all. The words is awesome, And she's wearing, if you notice, she's wearing, 3 rings. So he's got a hand and, 3 rings slapped onto his face. Not only that, look at that gorgeous hair. That's a full head of hair. I mean, that hair is has a lot of volume. I want to know what product she's using. What shampoo do you use? I'm going to send a letter. They have the letters, and I'm going to ask them, hey, I know you guys, this is a fictional character. I get it, okay? But I want the writer and the artist I want them to really think about it and be like, you draw this, you write this. What does she use? What product does she use in her hair?
I think they're going to say Head and Shoulders.
No, I don't think so.
Or Pantene Pro?
What's the sexy one that the sexy ladies use when they're all rubbing their hair? That one. The Herbal Essence. Herbal Essence. I'm going to say Herbal Essence. So yeah, powerful. And it was a powerful moment too. That's also, to me, that's a very important part of what makes an an important panel or an important spread. It's not just the art, but it's also, as we saw, kind of there was, that's the action. There was a word there, but just, the weight of the moment too. So, all right. Next, Ambassador, what do we have next?
Next, we have the spread of the week.
The spread of the week. What's your spread, Ambassador? What book is it in? Oh, guess what? It's in the same book my panel is in.
Yeah, the Ultimate Comics All New Spider-Man. And this is the backup artist.
Is it?
Yeah, Marquez.
He's not the backup artist anymore, dude. He's not the He is the artist now. Okay? No longer the backup artist.
And I don't mind. He does just as good as Pacelli.
Indeed, he does.
And this right here is proof right here. It's showing everything that's going on. And you look at this panel, it just makes you want to find out what's going on and read all the dialogue.
It's very unique. I actually, when I saw this, I said, here we go, panel of the week. I mean, spread of the week, right? Spread, because it was 2 pages, 2-page spread. And just the design of the, how it's like the circular, I was a little confused as to how I was supposed to read it. Do I read it from, like, down to up to the right, like left to right? Or do I read it the other way around? So I wasn't quite sure. I think I was reading it backwards, like a manga. So, you know what? But speaking of, and it, it told a lot in that, in just those 2 pages. It showed a lot and it told a lot, and it was really awesome. And actually, what leads right into it is the slap, I think, which is funny. Yeah, it leads right into the slap. So you know what? We didn't do that on purpose. I swear we didn't do it on purpose.
We didn't.
Everything we do by it here, well, not everything, but a lot of what we do here, if it seems smart and it seems clever, usually by accident, because the stuff that we try to be clever about usually isn't as clever as we think it is.
Yeah.
Like the reason that we call our comic book podcast the Comicast. It's just comic and podcast put into one word. We thought it was clever. We also thought it would be clever to number it like issues. Not that clever. I mean, everybody does it. It really isn't that smart.
But the only thing we do clever about it is the annual.
Right. Most of the stuff, that's true. That is. So, but rolling into that, mine is also a 2-page spread that is another one designed much like the previous one, okay? Which is from, what is it from, Ambassador?
Age of Ultron, number 10.
Age of Ultron, number 10.
And this is Joe Quesada going crazy.
And it's just epic. I mean, pretty much it's two different spreads put into one. Like, there's one there, and then another one layered on top of it, because it's like breaking. The glass is breaking, and under it is a whole different thing going on. So it's really cool. And once again, for me, it's the idea too of what's happening is
the times crashing together,
crashing and breaking. Yeah. Yeah. There's that. And I look like I'm just picking my nose when I'm really just scratching my mustache. That manliness itches when it comes in, Manliness itches when it comes in. All right, so that's it for that. Now we have cover of the week.
My cover is a little different. It is Uncanny Avengers.
Now flip it. Flip it upside down. So that people get the other part, too. There you go.
Yep, it's
Uncanny Avengers number 9.
Number 9. It's a very interesting cover.
Who does the cover, by the way, on that one? Because Cassidy
does
and Laura Martin.
Yeah, it's just one of those covers where it does its job. If you see it on the shelf, you're going to look to it and wonder what is going on. It was this bright pink cover with Uncanny Avengers, and you're wondering, what's with the pink on Uncanny Avengers?
Yeah, everybody wants to know what's up with the pink. The thing is, too, that I see in this is what Cassidy's artwork looks like when he takes his time. I bet it took him the whole month to do this one picture.
It probably did,
because it looks really good.
Awesome.
Yeah. This is what he does. My cover is Ultimate Comics: The Ultimates, of the disassembled. Oh, well, number 26. Don't let me jump that. Of the disassembled arc. Here we go, right here. Here it is, and we have Banner Hulk or Uber Banner. I don't know. Is that it? Kind of looks like Uber, doesn't it, on his shirt? Uber Banner going up against Thor and stuff. It's pretty cool. So I don't know. It just looked really, really awesome to me. So that's why I picked it as my cover of the week. What do we have left? Back and bag of the week. Our best book of the week. Our favorite book of the week. The best. The one that is above all the rest.
Which I just showed this, but we'll do it again.
Wait. Let me get the opposite of it then.
Oh.
Let's put them side to side.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, Uncanny Avengers number 9, written by Rick Remender, and artist is Daniel Acuna.
This was just epic.
It was epic through and through. Logan has to come clean, you know.
And I think it's pretty much pride keeping him from telling them what exactly happened. Because he doesn't want to say, I'm leading a group and one guy went rogue and went against our will and killed a person.
Right, because that's the biggest thing. And, you know, this is fallout from Uncanny X-Force, right?
Uncanny X-Force.
From that run with, it was Rick Remender.
Yeah, it was.
As well as Daniel Acuna.
That's right.
Not through all the issues, but he did a lot of the art
That's right.
for a lot of the issues. You know, and so yeah, it's really crazy how it's, well, you know, I'm doing a spin-off or whatever of my old series, sort of, you know. It's kind of funny.
It's cool because you got King the Conqueror mixed in here too, and it's so weird. King the Conqueror's role in this book right now.
What threw me off is these kids, you know, the twins of.
Because in the other book we kind of saw them as being stupid.
Yeah.
But then you realize in this one they're a whole lot smarter than King gave them credit for.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they have been under his thumb the whole time. He's been using them as pawns in his little game, and they figured it out, you know? And that's something that was really interesting. The best thing that I found, though, the most interesting thing I found about this book, though, was how they really genuinely seemed scared of him and, just, really happy to be away from him, you know? They found a way to get away from him. You know, and
then King the Conqueror gets scared, too, of what's going on. And what I could believe was who King the Conqueror went to for help. Out of all the people, it's just weird who he went to.
Yeah, it was pretty crazy.
But it makes sense in a crazy way.
Right, it does.
Because if you need those guys defeated, who better to go to than someone who's known for defeating people like that?
Right. Also we saw in what was it? Avengers or Mightiest Heroes. He goes to him and says, "You're going to be the reason for the downfall." He's everything's going to go to crap, and it's going to be your fault. And he didn't listen. But and to be honest, it wasn't actually him. It was the Skrull version of him.
Yeah.
You know. But it was still,
it happened twice where he messed things up.
So
he messed things up with Ultron and with the Skrull in that series.
So, but what was cool though, you know what's another thing that was really great about this book? Wonder Man. I have always hated Wonder Man in almost every single iteration that he's been in. Thank you for that, Jbemms. And
he's hardcore.
He's actually really cool. Like they've done something with him that you know, they've been like, oh yeah, he's a god, and I kind of feel like they're adding elements of Dr. Manhattan and Superman into this, which is,
but at the same time,
he's a pacifist.
Yeah, and at the same time, I kind of feel it makes sense he's on this team because he's kind of a mutant, but he isn't at the same time, so he can kind of relate to both sides. And that makes him a really unique character and a good character to have on a team like this because Most of the other characters are either mutant or Avengers. There's no in between.
I love Rogue out of the costume in this too. She looks so hot, even though she, I don't know, it's just the way she dresses is hot more so.
I
than
liked
anything
how
else.
he did Logan gritty in this, but like a refined gritty.
Yeah, it was really cool. And then just like, oh, the training room was really sick. They had a lot of. You had Venom, you had the Green Goblin, you had who else did they have in here? You know, you had all these
Dr.
enemies
Octopus.
coming. Dr. Octopus.
It was mostly Spider-Man villains.
Yeah,
funny.
which is interesting. Yeah, it's
but
really
then
yeah,
you're
it
like,
is weird.
wait, this is New York. That's a good reason.
Yeah, that's true. So, you know, Scarlet Witch and
Scarlet Witch and Rogue.
Scarlet Witch and Rogue. I don't know how I forgot her name. I haven't slept much in the last few days. But anyways, so yeah, they get into it, and that was really cool to see that. You know, that was really. I mean, they're both mutants, and yet they're fighting about this issue the most of human and mutant, right? Isn't that kind of weird? Not only that, I thought it was hilarious that they're in the training session when they do this, and the whole time they're beating up on Wonder Man, which he's like, I'm a pacifist, I'm not gonna fight them. And they're just because they're too busy arguing, he's getting his butt kicked. It was really funny, like because it was in the background, it wasn't like in your face, you know.
No,
it was really funny. It was very clever. I really love that. You know, I really like how Cap and Havoc are coming together as, like, you know, he's the leader and Cap's backing him up. You know.
Yeah. Except for at the end.
But Thor is the one that it seems like he's prevailing to be like the best one.
Yeah, he's really the logical one here.
Yeah.
And I think the Avengers kind of get frustrated with it, the Avenger part of the team, because it's like he keeps siding with the mutants when it's right to. And
well, what's cool too is that he's a god. He's not human. He's not a mutant, which mutants are humans, so that doesn't make any sense to me. It's not like they're aliens. But the thing is that he doesn't see that because he's a god and he's lived so long. That's something that we know from reading the Thor book. Is he's like, I've seen, you know, I've, you know, the mortal life seems so short in comparison to me because I've lived thousands of years. So he has this wisdom of thousands of years, you know. So he can see past this stuff, you know, that's so petty, you know.
yeah.
So I should laugh at my own shit.
Yeah, kind of like how he's not really judgmental towards things that most people are afraid of. Like the Hulk, he really doesn't have an issue with the Hulk, while many people do.
Yeah.
Just because he's like, oh, he's just a goblin. What is it? Troll or something?
Yeah. Well, the ending is crazy though to this book. It's like they reveal the 4 horsemen of death. Spoiler alert. I'm not going to say who they are though. I'm not going to say who any of them are, but it's pretty neat.
It's interesting. It's
pretty cool.
Very clever.
Yeah.
They're iterations of characters we know.
Or they may be those characters.
Yeah.
Who knows? So that's why. Be about the art, dude. Acuna's so amazing.
You got this great artist with a top-notch writer doing their thing, and it helps that they're both happen to be on the same page about everything.
There's just so much to like about this book, though. You know what I mean? There's just so much to like about it. Like I said, the art, and there's so many different things. Like
it's a team book, but you get good aspects from
different
almost
colors.
Every character.
You know, like the colors never get boring. I feel like in this book, there's so many different colors, and not like, you know, but they set good themes. You know what I mean? Not like just,
and it still flows,
you know, random,
even though he changes his art style in the book quite a few times.
Yeah, well, not style, but you know, the color schemes and stuff do.
Yeah,
the themes. So that's it for the Bebow, you know, stuff. That's for the best of the week stuff. You know, if you want to hear about the rest of our comics, then listen to our audio podcast. And that's it for the video section. Yeah. So keep those eyes hungry for
comics.